good evening everyone, and welcome to another segment of our training. My name remains Prudence, and today we are going to be learning how to import an image in TrebeEdit. So this is where we stopped in our last class. We stopped at creating this folder called batch 100, if you can remember, and inside this folder we had a file called introduction.html. So whatsoever folder you are working on, that is the folder you will import your image into. So we are going to be importing our image into this folder called batch 100. So inside this folder we have introduction.html. Now if you look beneath this screen at the right hand, just over here at the right hand side, you'll see this plus sign. So we are going to be clicking on this plus sign. When you click on it, it will bring out several options. You can see new folder, you can see new file, you can see import folder, and you can see import file. So we are going to be clicking on import file. Now when you click on import file, a pop-up will come up that will ask you, do you want to allow TrebeEdit to access photos, medias, and files on your device? So you're going to click on allow. Okay, mine is not going to show that now because this is not my first time of imputing an image, but because this is your first time, the pop-up is going to come up. So I'm going to be clicking on import file. After that, you're going to scroll down to check the image you love to use. I think I would like to use this one. Okay, so when you found the one you want, you click on it, then the image will come into your app. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is to rename this image. As you can see, the image name is very long. Can you see that? It's so long. So we are going to be renaming it to something quite simpler, something we can easily remember. So to do that, we are going to be long pressing on this image. So we'll place our finger on it and long press it. When we do that, it will bring out several options. You can see rename, you can see export, you can see compress, and you can see delete. So we are going to be clicking on rename. So when you click on rename, you clean off this one and add yours. So we're going to be naming this og.jpg. og.jpg. When you are done, you click on rename. Can you see that now? The image has been renamed. So now we want to display this image inside of our introduction.html file. Okay, so we're going to open our introduction.html file. Now inside here, inside of the body, here it is, over here, inside of the body, we are going to go down. Okay, let's go down a bit. Now we are going to be clicking on this image icon, this one over here called img. Can you see it? So we are going to be clicking on it. Are we there now? When you click on it, it will bring out this code. So SRC means source and ALT means alternate. Okay, so you're going to understand this better when you watch the video on how to create this with a system. So the video on the system will explain this source and alt more elaborately. Okay, so now we need to reference that image that we renamed og.jpg inside this our introduction.html. So inside this source, we are going to input the name of the image. Okay, Okay, so that is going to be og.jpg. Yes, that's the name, og.jpg. And then inside this alt, we are going to be inputting image on screen. Let's put image on screen. Okay, can we see that image on screen? So this is trying to tell us that an alternative for the source, just in case the source image doesn't come up, we can make use of an alternative image. So that's what this alternate means. So instead of imputing the image, it's going to show us image on screen. So that's just the summary of the source and the alt. So now we are going to click on our play button to display our code. Can you see that? So now, did you notice something? It's showing us image on screen instead of the image that we imputed. Do you know why? That is because there is a defect in the name of the picture that we saved. You remember the picture that we saved is called og.jpg, but we made a mistake and said og.jpg. Can you see? We imputed jpg instead of jpg. So that was why when we clicked on play, it showed us image on screen instead of our main image. So these alts will function where there is a defect. Do you understand? The defect can be in any part of the name. Let's assume the JPG is correct. The JPG is correct, but the OG, let's assume you mistakenly omitted the G and you inputted o.jpg. When you click play, it will still show you image on screen. That is because there is a defect. But if the name is correct, so this is the correct name, og.jpg. When we click on play, you can see now our image has displayed. Now if you notice, you see that this image is a little bit too big, like it's too large. So to reduce this, we are going to go back to our file and we are going to impute width over here. Just before this alt, we're going to impute width, width, there's width. Then when we impute width, can you see this sign over here? This equal to an inverted colon. Okay, let me use this. Sorry, over here, down here. If you go down, you'll see this this equal to an inverted colon. Can you see it? Okay, so after imputing the width, we are going to be clicking on that equal to an inverted colon. Okay, so in between this inverted column, let's impute 300 pixel. You can impute any number you feel you like, any size you want your image to look like. But for me, I will be imputing 300 pixel. So now let's click on play. Can you see it now? The image size has been reduced and it's now more beautiful. Okay, so that is how to control our picture size. Okay, thank you so much and see you in the next video.